Hello, everybody. Welcome to True School Sports. It's another day of talking boxing. You know, there's a lot of things going on. As you see by myself tonight, BT's not here tonight. He's actually started his venture or trip, should I say, to San Diego for the Chocolatito fight. He's going to be covering that fight, bringing us more content as as we speak. And I'm here. Right here. Yeah. So basically, hold on, guys. Okay. Yeah. So basically, there's a lot of news going on. We know Chocolatito is coming up this weekend. That's a big fight for Chocolatito against. With Martinez, we know it's a big fight for Martinez as much as it is for Chocolatito. And that fight, I got Chocolatito taking care of business. I think that he's going to come in there. He's going to use his experience. And I think as between the fifth and sixth rounds, I think he's just going to start dominating the fight. Martinez is great. He's a very aggressive fighter who's going to come in there, the high guard. He tends to stay in the high guard, but he tends to bait you in with that high guard and then swing at you if you're not aware of it. I picked Chocolatito because I think that Chocolatito is, he's ready, he's experienced, and I got him winning the fight. So welcome to all you guys that are here. I'm going to take your comments. What city, what state, what BT's gone. What's going on, Punch? How's everything? What's going on? What's up, Buddy Love? What's up, Newark Warrior? Respect to you. My son always tells me to give respect to Newark Warrior. Yeah, so he started his trip today. He's right now, as I'm speaking, he's flying out to San Diego, and he's going to start covering the Chocolatito fight. You all can all give me the predictions on that. That's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a lot of fire in the fight. I think it's not going to be easy for Chocolatito because I think Martinez is going to come in there early and throw. He bangs hard and he throws hard and he's trying to go for the kill right away. If Chocolatito can withstand that, then he's got a long day ahead of him, a long night ahead of him, and he cruise to a victory. I think Chocolatito's angles, the way he moves in the ring, the way he pressures you is very difficult. And I've seen several times when Martinez get pressure, he actually doesn't have the best of luck. So in that fight. Also a program reminder, I'm probably going to be live for the Showtime fight. This weekend also, you have the Ugas fight, Ugas and Spence. That's going to be a great fight. That fight, Ugas been wanted after he beat Pacquiao. And why not go ahead and fight Spence for the titles? It's going to be a great fight. According to Spence, they actually had the press conference today. Spence was saying that that his eye is better, that he's been sparring, that he's ready to go. He's been out for quite a while, so we really don't know much about Spence until we actually see him in the ring. We have seen what happened with a lot of fighters that come in there after a year or two layoff. It's different being under the lights. That's not saying that he can't handle it. So it sounds like from what he said, he's ready, and he's not really concerned about his eyesight. So we'll find out about that. On the other hand, Ugas, like I said, he's coming in there. He's actually going to go ahead, very confident coming into that fight, knowing that he has he's got a very tough opponent in front of him, and knowing that he beat Pacquiao. To me, that's going to be a lot of confidence. And my son keeps telling me that he keeps telling me that don't compare Pacquiao to Spence. The two different fighters. They can get inside any way they can. For me personally, if I didn't see the legend Pacquiao, who's had every style thrown at him, salute to you, man. How you doing, Jose R? Who's actually had every style thrown at him in this whole career that he's had, and he couldn't get inside on Ugas on the way he fights in that Cuban stance and the Cuban type of boxing that he has. I don't think that Spence going to have an easy walk in there. I do think that Spence will try to get inside more. He's a lot bigger than Pacquiao was as far as strength and everything. So it might cause some problems for Ugas, but me personally, I got Ugas I want Ugas to win the fight. That's who I want to win the fight. Well, whether what I want, what I get are two different things. We'll find out. We won't know. So the fight will be on, like I said, this Friday. I'm going to go live for it. Showtime's going to have it on. So Ugas is on there. Spence. They also have Joy. Not Ugas. I'm sorry. I'm getting this confused. Oh yeah, I'm getting confused. Not Ugas. I'm going to say the Ramirez. Well, now that I'm talking about Spence and Ugas, April 16 is actually Ugas and Spence. My bad. I had the dates mixed up. Ugas and Spence will be fighting at AT&T Stadium in Texas on April 16. They're not fighting this Friday. The fight this Friday on Showtime is Jose Ramirez versus Jose Pedrasa. That's the fight that's happening this Friday. I didn't catch on. Read my notes too fast, but yeah. So that's the fight on Showtime. I'm going to be live for it. Again, it's going to be a battle between Puerto Rican Jose Pedrasa against Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is trying to rebound from the fight that he had, that he last had, and he's trying to get back on his feet. And why not have it against a Puerto Rican Pedrasa? I got Ramirez. I think Ramirez will beat Pedrasa. That's just my own opinion on that. Pedrasa, I think Pedrasa brings it too, but I think Ramirez will not. It won't be an easy streak like everybody says, So I got Pedrasa winning that fight. I mean, not Pedrasa. I got Ramirez winning that fight. It's a 20 round, 12 round fight, 100 pounds division. So I think Ramirez is trying to rebound. He's going to come back and he's going people wrong. I know Pedrasa got better trainer. We've seen what he did in his last fights, but I just think Ramirez is going to bring it to him. And I got Ramirez in that fight. On the undercard, I meant to say Joel Gonzalez is fighting Gio Santimisma. That's another good fight that's going to be on the undercard on Showtime on Friday. So I want you guys to stay tuned for it. So again, Showtime on this Friday, March 4th. The fights actually will start around 10 o'clock at Showtime when the Jose Ramirez and Jose Pedrasa fight start, along with the Joey Gonzalez and the Joe Santimisma. So stay tuned for that. Like I say, Friday program reminder on that. Like I was saying about, again, Spence and Ugas. Spence and Ugas are fighting, if I'm correct, they're fighting April 16th, AT&T Stadium in Texas. Spence is putting up in the line the WBC and IBF champion belts that he got against the WBA belt that Ugas got. I said again, I got Ugas. I think Ugas will take. I want Ugas to take the fight. I don't know who everybody wants, but that's who I want. I want Ugas. I think Ugas gonna bring it. I think Pacquiao. What's up, man? How you guys doing, man? Yeah, I think Ugas can be sent. I think Ugas can beat Spence. But Spence is a real tough dog. I think I compare him, and I'm wrong. According to BT, what he was telling me, I'm saying that Ugas will. I like his high defense. I like the way Pacquiao could not break into the inside of Ugas at all. At all. That was a high guard. The way he put it in there. He's also strong. He's not one of these rinky-dinky welterweights that you going in there, big and tall and strong. So it's not going to be easy for. We know that Spence when he walks up to. He dehydrates everything about almost they say 180, 160 to 180. He's a big man. He's a big boy himself. So and he's gonna bring it because he wants to prove to the world that, you know what, my surgery that I had, it's all healed up and blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get to prove that I can beat Ugas and I can get the bigger fights and probably hopefully move on and fight the proper fight, which my son it doesn't totally think it's gonna agree. I think Spence has got a lot more to prove than Ugas was lay off. And me personally, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think he really had an eye injury. I really don't. I really think that was bullshit. But that's my own opinion on that. But regardless of what I say, we'll find out on April 16. We'll definitely find out what it's all about. This is only this fight between Ugas and Spence is only the 12th time that welterweight division had a unification fight. So that's going to be a good fight. I think, like I said, Spence got a lot to prove. Ugas want to continue his confidence after beating the legend Pacquiao, and that's what I'm going for. I don't know who you guys got. You can let me know who you guys got and why, and fill me in on that. I just think that Ugas going to bring it. And I feel that And I also feel that Spence being out, as long as he has, he's gonna have some ring rust. He's not gonna go be in there the old Earl that we've seen when he comes in there, goes inside, push you around, and try to bring you down. It's not gonna be that easy against a big, strong Cuban in front of you like Ugas. So I will see. I'll say within the first 5 rounds, there's going to be a lot of ring rust on Spence, and I think as the fight goes on, it could get better. But I'm going with Ugas. You guys let me know who you're going with. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that, man, with Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns like that all the time, man. There's no difference with Eddie Hearns. Where there's a lot of money, he just goes there and kiss ass and dick suck, whatever you want to call it, excuse my language. On people that got money like Canelo. I mean, that to me, I don't like that. I think you should treat every fighter the same, give everybody the same respect, and you can go a long way. But that's not how Eddie operates. If there's a lot of money out there, he could give two shits about another fighter he's got on the shelf that's not doing as much as him. He doesn't promote him as much as he does, and that's why he got him for the two fight deal that he got with Canelo fighting Bivol and actually going. Getting that done, then to deal with Golovkin if so Canelo can get through Bivol. We already know about Eddie Hearns. Wherever the money can get them, wherever he can get the money, that's where he's gonna go. There's nothing we can say about that. It's just the way he is. All right, Ben. I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? If you think that. Spence was an elite fighter. It still is an elite fighter, but because of the accident he had, and because he hasn't been in the ring in almost 2 years' time, if I'm correct, I think that's going to play a big part. It will play a big part in Spence. I don't think Spence is going to come out there and just going like he was doing before he got hurt. I don't think so. I think he's going to have a lot of ring rust in the beginning. He will get used to as the fight goes on. But you got to understand, you got that Cuban guy that he ain't going to let you just walk over him either. So that's one of the reasons I think I picked Ugas, because of his ring rust, and also because I think Ugas, that defense he has, is immaculate. And he did it to he did it to one of the greats in Pacquiao. And sure, Pacquiao is not Spence, but Spence is no Pacquiao either. Spence is bigger than Pacquiao, so I get it. But I'm taking Ugas. I'm riding with the Cuban. Yeah. Postal for older guy, he actually looked real good. He actually he did everything. He was counter punching. He was moving in there. Russell had to work for it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy fight for him. And I think if there was more time, maybe I think Postal would have done something or made it fight a lot closer. But at the end of the day, the only thing I didn't like about the fight, I'm not taking anything from Russell, because he came in there, he was aggressive. He actually took the old dog and tested him where he couldn't. I think the biggest thing with me was the referee stopping the fight and calling it a knockout before ending, because I don't think Russell had him down when he made that premature decision to stop the fight. And then now you got Russell saying, "Oh yeah, I beat Postal." He is a good fighter. We know he's a good fighter. We see what he did and everything. He had range, he had height, he had range. He did everything for the young buck. But at the same time, you can't just say now I tell Russell, say, "Oh, I beat Postal, who didn't beat this guy or who didn't do this, but I beat him." So yeah, you can compare that, but you go out and say you fought an old man Postal. Who's is going to the light of his tunnel, and more. And let's be real. He's also Postal also had a lot of things in his mind with the Ukrainian war going on and the Russian war going on and his family and everything. So kudos for him, for a fighter to come in there and do his job and focus on that, knowing what's going on in his country. You gotta respect that, but that's not taking nothing away from Russell. Russell came in there. He's gonna be prone to a lot of people. I think. He's got power, he's strong, and he's just going to learn on the job, and he's only going to get better. So look out for him. I don't know about that. I don't know. You were saying I don't know about what you just told there. I don't know about that will and power, because I'm going to relate that to Ugas. Ugas came all the way from Cuba. So I'll just say just like that. He came from Cuba, and that man wasn't. He didn't come here and became champion right away. You know, he lost a couple of fights. People thought he was done, and all of a sudden he moved up at the ranks and got where he's at now. Got the opportunity to fight a legend in Pacquiao. So if he didn't have heart and he didn't have the will to believe in himself, coming from a country that he came from Cuba to live the American dream, I don't think. I'm not gonna say that Spencer's not gonna have it, but you can't discredit Ugas because Ugas gonna bring it. Uga's gonna bring it. He's making money. He's doing his thing. Until somebody beats him with a high guard and the way he fights, and I'm not saying that you're right or wrong. I'm just telling you can't say that Spence has more will and more how you said it, more will and more power. No, maybe power because he got more knockouts. I agree on you on that, but that doesn't mean I'm fighting this guy. This guy right here, we're bringing it all. So he's got all the will in the world. He's coming from a country where it wasn't the right thing. He did it the hard way, and this is where he's at today. He's living the American dream. So I will give Spence the power because he's got more knockouts, but I'm not going to say the will, because the will to survive is in that Cuban just as much as Spence. Spence to me got more to prove coming into this fight than Ugas does. Reason being because he's been out for 2 years, almost 2 years, and then he's talking about he want to fight Crawford supposedly afterwards, and so forth and so forth. He's got more to prove to me than Ugas. Ugas already proved what he did. He beat a legend. Simple as that. Okay, I got to take your ass out of here. Watch this. Take you right out right now. You know, I'm playing with you. Let me get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out. Don't worry about that. Say what you want. You're gonna go out right now. Get out of here. Let me see. I'm gonna get you out. I'm playing with that shit, me. Like I was saying, you're right what you're saying. He's been beat before and he can get beat again. I'm not going to argue that one bit. I'm not gonna argue that one bit. He can get big. He can get beat again, USA. But I mean, from where he's come from to now, where he's actually got the WBA strap, beat a legend like Pacquiao, you can't discredit him for that. That's all I'm saying. And what I was gonna say, let me get this guy out too. There's some fools in here. I ain't got time for them. Hold on. He about to get out too. I ain't got time to deal with this. Get out of here with that crap. Yeah, so I don't need that time boxing. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so like I say, with the Ugas Spence fight, I think it's going to be a tougher fight for Spence than people actually think. And that's my own opinion on that. And I really believe that. It's going to be a tougher fight than what he thinks. I also looked up in the Canelo also had that they had their press conference with Spence and Ugas. Then we have the Bivol. I gotta take my notes. The Bivol Canelo fight. That's gonna be a good fight. Believe it or not, it's gonna be a good fight. I think the biggest disappointment is the with everything going on with this war with the Ukraine and Russian. A lot of everybody's actually trying to prevent the Russians, whether they're boxers, whatever sports they're in. They're all against what the Russians doing, even though it's to no fault of the fighters that own, even though from that country. And it's unfortunate that most likely this fight's going to be this fight's more likely going to be if it's not sanctioned by the if it's not sanctioned by the WBA as a title fight, it's going to be, to me, I think it's going to be a big mistake for even Canelo taking a fight. What is he going to get from either losing or beating Bivol when there's no title fight involved due to the fact of the WBA and the other sanctioning bodies who's not going to sanction the fight due to the fact that Bivol's from Russia and lives in Russia, Petersburg, Russia, and because of that, they're going to hold that against him. It's unfortunate. I don't know. Canelo's still going to go on with the fight, even though it's probably going to be a non-title fight. And that's just the way it is right now. I mean, I'm sorry for the fighter. I'm sorry for Bivol. I don't know if he said something in the press or if he didn't, but hey, that's how it goes. But Bivol has, he's got the European style. I think Canelo's great at it. He knows how to adjust to everything. Every time you think Canelo is going to be tested, whether it's a tall, small, stocky, or any size fighter, Canelo finds a way to break you down methodically while the fight goes on, and he continues and he continues and he continues to do it, for the duration of the fight until he can break you down. I think what Bivol has, in my opinion, what I like is that he has one, the size advantage, and one, I think he's younger than Canelo. It's another, in my opinion. He also has something that very hard. He knows how to throw that jab. He has an excellent jab that a lot of fighters have problem with. And people might not want to give him the credit that he deserves, but that jab right there will play a big part in him defeating Canelo, and Canelo's going to have to deal with that. He's got great ring generalship, and he also got power. He only have like 11 knockouts, but that doesn't mean he's got some power in there. So I think he will give Canelo some problems because of his style, the way he moves in the ring, and what he does will be big. So I think Bivol could beat him. Nah, I think Bivol's got range. He's got the size. He'll use his reach. He'll jab you all night if he have to. He'll keep jabbing you and jabbing you and jabbing until he gets in there. He's not that foolish to make that big mistake and walking into a Canelo counterpunch for sure. So yeah, that's that. I think also with Bivol, he's actually he's had 10 title defense on his titles. And he's done pretty good with that. What else? The fight will be in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Bivol will, Canelo. We already know what Canelo brings to the table. We don't even have to discuss what we already know exactly what Canelo brings to the table. his experience, his power. He'll break you down methodically as the fight goes on. So I'm quite sure that Bibble's aware of that. And Bibble, like I said, because he brings that size in there, he's got that beautiful jab. I think it's going to be a big difference in the fight. People can't sleep on that. Don't sleep on his jab, on just Canelo walking in on Bibble, because that ain't happening. It's going to be a great fight on the 7th of Cinco de Mayo weekend, which is actually the fight May 7th. And we're going to find out what Bibble's made of. And he's been wanting this fight for a long time. Now he's got the fight. Whether it's a non-title fight or not, if he just beats Canelo, yes, you don't get the title because of what's going on, but at least get the satisfaction and say, you know what, I got my payday and I beat actually one of the best, if the best right now, the face of boxing in Canelo. So I see Bibble giving problems to Canelo. I don't think it's going to be an easy walk in the park for Canelo. And that's why I think they fight. I think they're fighting, if I'm correct, they're still fighting at 175. There's no catch weight. There's no weight dehydration clause, anything like that, as far as I know. So, I mean, to see Canelo even taking those steps and allow it to be that way, it's great. It's great for boxing, you know. One thing that I was reading in the article, they were saying it's too bad that Canelo was not aware, you know, before this war started, when he signed the contract to fight Bivol. If he had known that this was happening, they were saying that if they would have fought like at 168, he would have had more of a chance to win more titles. I'm saying 168 if he would have done that, but I don't know. Yeah, because I like Bivol. I always like Bivol. So I mean, I think Bivol's been waiting for this fight for a long time. So I got Bivol. I think Bivol's gonna come in there and he's gonna give problems. His movement is good. His movement is good. So he's not gonna be standing there toe to toe with Canelo. He'd be foolish to stand there toe to toe with him. But that jab he's got the snap jab, pop, pop, to get you. It's gonna give you some problems. Believe me when I tell you that. It ain't gonna be easy walk for Canelo. That's not saying that the majority is not gonna favor Canelo. I just think because of Bivol being in there, getting his opportunity for the big payday, being there against the face of boxing, and he's been wanting this fight. That's it. The only unfortunate thing, like I said, we don't know if the WBA is going to go ahead and sanction this fight as a title fight, or if they're just going to say, no, you can't because of what's happening in Russia. Only time will tell on that. And then, like I said, Friday is going to be they got the Pedrasa fight with Jose Ramirez on Showtime. Program in mind, I'm going to be live for that. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be great. That's going to be a great fight. Got 240 fighters coming at it. You already know Jose Ramirez when he fought Josh Taylor, who we know just barely walked out of a decision today that the majority are still in disarray and not agreeing with it. But Ramirez fought him, and he got beat by Taylor cleanly. And then you have Pedrasa going through them. So it's going to be a good fight. Don't miss that. You got Joel Gonzalez, like I was telling you. We also got the, you know what? I want to talk about this Fury and White, man. I can't understand this guy. This guy's getting 32 times the money that he's ever gotten in a fight. I'm talking about Dylan White. He's getting 32 times the amount of money that he's getting in a fight. And you're going to tell me that you're not going to show up for the presser? One thing that BT was telling me is that one of the issues that Dylan White had was the fact that he had that he wanted to get a percentage of the pay-per-view. I guess they're not going to give him one, or the what is it, the 70-30 purse that the fighter gets all the times. But by him getting the pay-per-view, he would not just get a 20% purse he's getting. He would also get the 10% that he needed to get that. But I'll be honest with you, if you're getting $8 million for a fight that you never had in your life, this is the biggest fight that you've gotten paid for, what are you crying for? And then to be unprofessionally not showing up for a press conference with the Gypsy King, knowing that this is going to be a great fight in the UK, and being able to see that in the UK also. They say they already sold, from BT was telling me before he was flying out, that they already sold like 85,000 tickets for that fight, for the Fury and White, without even White showing up to the press conference. So it's very unprofessional of him to do that, very selfish of him to do that. But I do love the fact that Fury was there with fish eyes, and they made it the best they could, and Fury made it maybe entertaining But I'm gonna tell you, I think when they fight, it's gonna be a long night for White. Let me see, maybe just comments. Ya tú sabes, ¿cómo está? PR 1000. Yeah, USA. Somebody told me the same thing. Somebody telling me that all week. He was telling me that Pedrasa's gotten better. He's gotten better. So if he's gotten better, and I see some of the on Instagram, see him working out and everything. Yeah, if he's gotten better, then Ramirez in trouble. I just like Ramirez. I like Ramirez. I've always been a fan of Ramirez. And I shouldn't just say by like. I just feel the way I've always been. I think he's a warrior. I think he's gonna come out and show that, you know what, I'm not a fluke. I lost my fight with Josh Taylor, but I'm here to get it back. So I don't think it's gonna be easy walk for him either. In the same, looking at Pedrasa, Pedrasa's got better. Pedrasa's got a better trainer, like you said. So it will be a tough fight. Let me see what I'm getting. Yeah, Rob, Calico, like you said, it's unfair for Bill to get, get the undue justice to him, but that's how it goes. What's up, Jose Garza? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Yo, yeah, hey, Canelo gets his prop, man. Canelo's the face of boxing. Canelo, I know you're a big fan of Canelo, one of the most respected channels that my son respect. I know that. Canelo is top of the top. I'm not saying that. I just think that fighting with Bivol is not going to be as easy. He can break him down. He's going to have to go inside on Bivol. Bivol's going to use his reach, his length, and that jab. The jab he's got, he's known for that jab. And I think he's going to cause problems for Canelo. That's not saying that he can adjust and beat him, because we already seen Canelo with different fighters and what he's done to them. So there you go. Who you talking? Who's the brawler? You talking about in the Canelo Bivol fight, or the another fight at USA? Who you saying is a brawler? Yeah, man, Rob. Because that's another point you brought out, Rob. Calico, you brought out. I know it's unfortunate that Usyk, Lomachenko, and the Klitschko brothers out there defending their country, but when they come back, I mean, we need them to come back. We need Usyk to come back to do what he's got to do in the heavyweight. But right now, I think all the fights are going to be in the hole. Even the one with Lomachenko, because I really wanted Lomachenko to fight Kambosos. That's the fight that I really want to see. Maybe now, BT was telling me, maybe now, what's his name? The Dream Haney will get a shot at fighting Kambosos because of what's happening. Who knows? But right now, we don't know when they're going to come back. And I really wanted to see Lomachenko fight Kambosos. I ain't going to lie to you. I think that fight would have been great. I'm not taking nothing away from Devin. Devin's undefeated for a reason. But I just think that I think Lomachenko's coming out to prove something. So I pray for them, pray for all Ukraine, and hopefully everything gets better so they can come back and where they belong. Yeah, Ben Adams, I'm that with you. I'm on that. What you said. Yeah, man, Spence will beat. Ugas will beat Spence. I'm with you on that one. Come on, what's going on? SR, salute. Oh, Nordic Warrior say, Charles, UD. That's what I got, that one. God bless you too, Nordic Warrior. Let's see. Oh, man, Fury and Usyk, that'll be a great fight when that happens. But the fight, I think, is going to be even bigger than that. I don't know why I keep saying that. Having Fury and Joshua fight in the UK, that'll be a massive fight. Even though right now, Joshua doesn't have any belts right now, but I think just the build of it, how people are longing for that fight, I think that'll be big too. And Usyk will be part of that also, that equation also. So yeah, all you guys out here, please hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. If you want a super chat, fine. If not, just being here is enough, and give me a like. I'm happy with that. Anything else you guys want to ask me? You think Chocolatito for me? I don't think he's done. I think he's still going to come and make things happen. I mean, he looked good yesterday. I was watching him last night in his press conference. press workout, and he looked pretty good to me. He looks good in shape. And again, Martinez also, but Martinez is moving up, I think 2 weight classes. I think he's moving up for this opportunity. So I think it'd be a little bit harder for him. But like I said, his power that he brings in there will be a problem for Chocolatito. But I think his experience with the ball on that one. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, man. So yeah, so I can see that happening. I mean, right now with this war going on, there's probably gonna be a lot of changes now with Usyk, with Lomachenko not fighting right now because of what's happening. It might give opportunity, like I said, for the Dream Haney. You know what I mean? A lot of fights can be made up right now. You got the Ryan Garcia fighting with what's his name? Togbo, what his name is? I think it is Togbo, whatever his name is. And let me tell you, that guy looks pretty big, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He looks big and focused. The fighter from Ghana that's gonna fight Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia's got his hands full more than people think. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, who's this guy?" You don't have to know who he is. You check out. BT was telling me that he's not a bad fighter at all, and he looks pretty big. Like, and BT was telling me some fighters that actually sparred him here in South Florida were telling me that he was not an easy guy to spar. He's very powerful. So that being said, I think Ryan was probably the favorite to win, Ryan Garcia. But I think whatever his name is, he's going to come in there and do his thing. He's going to come in there and give Ryan Garcia a tougher fight than people think. And that's what happens sometimes in boxing. We just seen it this past weekend where Garcia versus what's his name that fought this that beat the shit out what's his name in the UK. He beat the crap out of him. Garcia was a fill-in. Not Garcia against Primetime Colbert. Who the hell knew who fucking Garcia was? No disrespect to him. Who the fuck was Garcia? Nobody knew who Garcia was. Nobody knew who Garcia was. But guess what? Today people know who Garcia is now. He was Dominican Republic. Shout out to them. He was an Olympian for the Dominican Republic team. He was a military man for the Dominican Republic. And he showed his heart, and he showed what he did with Colbert. I don't even know if that fight ever going to happen with Shakur Stevenson now, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Colbert's going to show primetime. Colbert's going to have to do something to get that to win back the fans, and because he to me it was very embarrassing, even though if he lost the fight, to give up 2 rounds and get on the bike and look like shit. That was on your fault. You were supposed to come in there with your confident. You say you're going to run over him. Garcia, and you didn't do none of that. It was the opposite. It was somebody that we never heard of. So don't be surprised if Togbo fights Garcia and beats the shit out of him. You just never know in boxing. That's why you got to make the fights. What's going on, Majestic TV? How you doing, man? What up, MAW? What's going on? Yeah, man, I noticed that too, Punch Smollett. I noticed that too. He was shaking them legs. I said, man, what's wrong with this man? What's going on with him? He couldn't keep his legs like still for 1 second. I said, something's wrong with him, or he's taking medication, or something ain't right with him. But whatever it was, maybe it was a heebie-jeebies or nervousness to be back in front of the lights or whatever the case may be. But if he's gonna come like that into the fight with this guy, I think he'd be put to sleep by Togbo. I'll tell you that right now, because that shit look crazy, shaking his legs left and right. Yeah, Garcia was Colbert. I don't know, man. Garcia might want to fight David Haney now. He was saying in one of the videos, he said if he fight David Haney, he'll beat David Haney. One thing I would take about Garcia, Garcia, no matter his mental, no matter his problems, you gotta give him credit for his confidence. That MF is as confident as hell. He really is. You know what I'm saying? He does things that people didn't think he could do. He's accomplished a lot, and I'm not saying he's not a diva in his own way with all the Instagram, with all the stuff he got going on. But yeah, so for him even being there and actually, hold on, let me just get the super chat out the way. Did I get back? JP, I don't have the I gotta learn how to do the thing with the props and all that stuff Brendan got. But shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. It's only gonna help the channel. It's only gonna help Brendan do better for the channel while he's on his travels. So thank you for your super chat. Hit the like button if you guys want. I really appreciate it. Like I was reading about Garcia. Garcia better not sleep, even though he's a diva. He's an Instagram model. He does all this stuff. One thing you can't think about Garcia is confidence. He kind of reminds me of, he's not a Fury. No, he's not a Fury. I'm not saying he's a Fury, but his confidence, going through his mental illness, if he has a problem, I mean, to me, shows me what kind of character he has, and he's willing to go back in the ring. Yeah, so I wish him the best. I'm glad to see him back in boxing. I think he's going to be a big name. I think he's going to come back. I want to see him fight David Haney. I want to see him fight Tank. I want him to fight these 135 pounds that he's supposed to be fighting. You know, I want to see these fights. We want to see these fights. So it's time that they come up, because right now you got a lot of fights that are coming up now. So they ain't ready. They better get out the way, because other people are coming. What's up, Chester? Love you too, man. What's going on, man? Yeah, Cash 4. He does have pop. Nobody's taking that. He's got a lot of pop. Even with that, even if he has an injured hand and this and that, he's got a lot of pop in that hand. Say what you want about him. He's very confident in what he does. He believes in himself, and he doesn't care what anybody says. He'll sell tickets. He'll put tickets on there. So yeah, man. So this fight, I just hope he doesn't sleep on this opponent he got, because I think this opponent is not as easy as he think it is. And like I said, he's been out for a little ring rust. We don't know how he's gonna be. All the stuff with him and the Rhinoso gym, and the Canelo, and all this other stuff going back and forth with discipline, no discipline, this discipline, that all plays the mental game. But he's the only way he can prove people wrong if you do what he's supposed to do and do it right and be disciplined in the ring. So yeah, I think he's still got a chance to be he can still be a big man in the 135 division. I'm not gonna sleep on him, but I want him to stay focused on what he's doing. Hopefully Goosey can handle him and get him right. Yeah, man, Casper, I'm just saying the way I see it with Garcia. I just think that he's gonna be. I want to see right now David Haney. Let's, for example, if Lomachenko don't come back right now, hopefully Kambosos will call him, take the call and say, okay, David Haney, I can't take Lomachenko now, but I will take you, and let's get the fight on. You know what I mean? So now he's got the opportunity again. Go make those boss moves like you say you're gonna make, like your dad tells you, Father Haney tells you all the time. You're always making boss moves. So let's see you make those boss moves. And if you have to go across the pond to Australia, get your ass there and see what you make, because you probably won't even get this opportunity if Lomachenko didn't have to go to go to war. I'll be honest with you. So Haney's dad, you pick up that phone and get to negotiating that fight. You know, so yeah, so I see that happening. I see that there's going to be a lot of opportunity now with what's happening with the heavyweight, with Usyk being gone, cruiserweight with him not being there, and Lomachenko not being there, and 135. There's that opportunity for other guys. Tank needs to step up. Tank needs to do something. I don't know what Mayweather's doing with him. I don't know what Long Nose Ellaby's doing with him. I'm hoping that the Tank fights Rolly. I think that was supposed to, I think last I heard that was supposed to be the fight that he's supposed to have, fighting with Rolly. So Willie Romero. So if he gets that fight, get it done, move on. But you're gonna have to make some things change. You gotta with people. I think Pitbull Cruz is fighting. I forgot who he's fighting. He's fighting somebody else coming out. He really wanted to fight Garcia. It didn't happen. So Pitbull Cruz, make that fight happen again. With a Tank, with his Garcia, with everybody in 135. Give that Mexican an opportunity, because I like Pitbull Cruz, to be honest. Yeah, you're right about that. One other thing that my son have about me and David Haney is that I'm very adamant. If you're gonna be a dominant champion, I want to see you go in there and really kick some ass. Go in there, beat the MS butt. Don't sit there and do this and do that and dance around. And I get it. He's a very technical fighter. He's very that's a win is a win no matter how you look at it. You're right. But to me, I just have not been impressed. Not against him, because he's done everything. He's undefeated. I just haven't been impressed with David Haney. I'll be honest with you. That's what it brought on my heart. My son's opposite. My son's like, no, you gotta give him a shot, pops. You gotta give him a share. You're sitting here, you want to talk bad about him, but yet he's still winning. He's still undefeated. That's this BT telling me that. So he's right what he's saying. You can't just go in there and get a look out for the knockdown or look for an aggressive fighter. I just need him to finish the fight and show me like he got it in him. That's what I'm saying. Cambosis might be the biggest fight for him. If it happens now, better for him because, like I said, Lomachenko was in that war. It probably would have been Lomachenko, in my opinion. Yeah, with that. But like I said, Tank, he's got to take care of business with Rolly, get him done. I forgot who Pitbull. Let me see who Pitbull Cruz is fighting next. I think he got a fight coming up next. I don't know who it is, but he got a fight coming up next, and I want to see who it is because I like Pitbull Cruz. I'll be honest with you. I like him, and you know I want to see him get up there and get the fights. I think the only way he's gonna get it is if you know people give him the opportunity. You know. Let me see what they got on Pitbull Cruz right now. Let me see what they got on him. Oh, he's fighting. Oh, yeah, that's who he's fighting. He's fighting Yokis Gamboa. Now, for Pitbull Cruz, just having the name Gamboa on the card is big because people know who Gamboa is. Gamboa was a world champion. Gamboa is a Cuban fighter was very athletic, had some power when he was young. But now, to me, Gamboa is a dead horse. I'll be honest with you. I think he's a horse with one leg missing. And you know what happens with a horse when they're missing a leg in a horse racing, right? No disrespect, they shoot him, right? So I think for Pitbull Cruz fighting Gamboa, it's just not a step up for him. I think he will dominate that fight. I'm not even going to give the Cuban any kind of chance of beating Pitbull Cruz. I will give him the respect that he actually, as old as he is, they're still using him as a fighter and putting him in fights. So good luck to him. But I just think Pitbull Cruz is gonna wear him down and beat him. Cesar, what's going on? Thank you. Let me see what comments I missed. You talking about the fight with Garcia and Tagle Punch Smollett? You asked me, did I just see a decision or a knockout? But we know Garcia got knockout power. We know that the guy from Ghana, he ain't no spring chicken. He's gonna come in there and do his thing. He's got a spirit and he's very powerful. Like I was telling you before, a lot of people here in South Florida actually sparred him. From what my son was telling me, they actually say that he's got some power, a lot of power in his punches. So he's a heavy punch. So with the ring rust, you can give a possibility to the fighter from Guyana against Ryan Garcia. But for me personally, I think Garcia will iron him out there and get him out. I got to go with the punches. I got to get the punches punch. Garcia's got that. Yeah, man. Cash for cat. This is what happens when you're overconfident, when you're showboating, and you are good. You got the skills to do it. And we know Colbert had that stuff. My son knew him when he used to call himself Little B-Hop back in, I think, 2016 or further down when he met him when he was Little B-Hop in New York. And he had it in him. And I think what happens is you become overconfident and you take your opponents for granted. And you take them for life because you don't know who they are, because they had to pick them out of a hat for you, and you think that you're gonna run right through him, or like he said in the press conference, I'm gonna run through a Mack truck, which he didn't do. It was the opposite all the way around. Garcia proved him wrong in every way. Was walking him to every corner, banging him up. He showed all the skills that supposedly Colbert had. Garcia had him better. So don't ever hopefully for they said boxing humbles you. Hopefully for prime time Colbert, if you're listening to me, you don't take nobody for granted. Nobody for granted. We got now but with somebody Boo Sanders is fighting Clayton, and Virgil Ortiz is fighting this guy from the UK. I forgot his name. So you can't take them for granted. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz is a powerful one, is a favorite one. Yes, Boo Sanders is a favorite one. the powerful one against Clean, but they got to do it in the ring. You got to do it in the ring. You got to take care of business in the ring, and then you can talk your shit. If you're gonna talk your crap, talk the talk and walk the walk. Don't walk the walk and don't talk the talk. And that's what happened to Primetime Colbert when he fought Garcia. And props to Garcia. Now Garcia took the opportunity, got to live his dream now. Whether he gets a title shot, which he's probably gonna get now, he'll be able to either, whether he wins or not, he's gonna get a nice a bag of money, and he's gonna be happy and say, "I did what I had to do, and thank you for that," and move on and go live his life. Thank you, Caesar. Yeah, man, I gotta exercise and promise. I gotta go to my therapy for my heart to get how you say to get the heart from strengthening and everything. I'm really out of shape. I'm always tired all the time. But I told BT, thank you all 14 for being here. You guys support me or hit the like button will help the channel. I told BT that I'm gonna try my best to come in here every night and talk a little bit with you guys. Like I said, I'm not BT. I can't be BT. I only can be me, and I'll do the best that I can. Thank you, Cesar. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's that for people. I like that. I like that fight. I think he's gonna do good. I'm really hungry for the Shakur Stevenson Oscar Valdez fight. The same thing goes for him. As much, I'm pretty sure. I think that he's going to be the favorite when he fights Oscar Valdez. But Oscar Valdez got experience, has been around, has done it over and over again. So you can't sleep. You cannot sleep on him. Cannot sleep on him one bit. So yeah. So Shakur, I think he's going to bring it. I think he's going to bring it, and he's going to show it. My son says, I hope he don't come in there overconfident like Prime Time and ends up getting a loss. I don't think so. I think he's going to come in there and show out and let Oscar Valdez know, even though that's going to be one of the best fights of the year, because Oscar Valdez does bring it, and like he did with Burchell, he's going to do it with Shakur. But I got Shakur winning that fight. Shakur Stevenson ain't no joke. He ain't no joke at all. So I got Shakur Stevenson taking it to him, and that's what I'm talking about. Shakur Stevenson, his time has come. I think his time is now. It's not going to be an easy test for him with Oscar Valdez, but I think his time is coming, and people better watch out for him coming. And then you got what? You got this. I also like Bam Bam Rodriguez. I like him a lot. He came out and he took his opportunity, moved up. Now he's a champion. You just never know, man. You gotta take those times when they come. You can't put them back in the back burner and say, "Oh, it's okay." No, that's not how it works. You gotta do things right and take opportunity when you can, because you don't know what's gonna come. My son interviewed Steve Gaffard. Checked it out on the channel. Steve Gaffard was he was the one that fought Joe Smith as a last replacement. He's Florida's own out here. And I think he learned a lot from that. I think that he wants more opportunity. I think he showed his skills the way he should have against a big man like Joe Smith. He's supposed to go in there, take care of it. He didn't do it. So we'll see what happens. Speaking about Joe Smith in the Better fight, I don't know if it's been finalized yet, but I mean, I think Better is from Russia. I hope if that probably most likely will probably be again up to the sanctioning body. If they're going to sanction it as a title fight or non-title fight because he's Russian. But either way, that fight's going to be a great fight. I think Joe brings it every night. And Better proved already when he fought Marcus Brown and beat the shit out of him that he's no fluke. So it's going to be a great fight. I just hope that the sanctioning bodies make the right decision and make the fight and make it to a title fight. I don't think you should hold the Russian fighters or anybody Russian accountable for something that they didn't even have no control of, So that's going to be another good fight. Joe Smith and Better. I can't wait for that fight. That fight's going to be big. I don't know where Charlo goes from here. I don't know what Jamal Charlo wants to do. Where is he going to go? Who he wants to fight? You got Benavidez. Benavidez, I don't know if they're going to fight Andre. I know he's fighting. I forgot who he's fighting now. I checked that out. You got Benavidez. I mean, you got a lot of fights now that got a lot of open space in there. I do something with that. So I like to see what Benavidez is going to do. Take care, take advantage of what he's doing, and don't sleep on it, and fight somebody. I like to see him fight Boo Andre. To be honest, but Boo Andre got to fight Zach Parker. That's going to be a tough fight for Boo Andre too, because he's a brawler also. So yeah. So we'll see about that, and a lot of things will change now. We'll see what happens, and I think Boo Andre will come in here and will beat him. Let me see what else is going on. I want to stick out another box to see what's going on with. Let me check Benavidez, see what's going on with him. Benavidez, why I got him here. I think he's a dog. The fight that I want to see, me personally, me and my son go back and forth on this. I like to see him fight. Let me see. Yeah, that's a good point. Cash for Cat, you're right. Ortiz is like you said right there. Shakur is talented. Ortiz is a huge threat. Yeah, you can't sleep on him. He's been around with the big fights. He's definitely not one of those weaklings that you just picked out of a hat and that's it. Put it that way. I think it's gonna be a great fight between both of them because I think Oscar Valdez is more motivated to fight Shakur after Shakur called him a duck on Instagram. Yeah, man, you under Remek scope. You're right about that. We never really seen somebody pressure Shakur or push him back. And when he gets to fight Oscar Valdez, that's what he does. He brings it to you. He keeps coming forward, coming forward. How will Shakur adapt to that? That's going to be good. We'll find out for sure. Can he adapt to being pushed back? Can he fight on his back foot? These are the things that makes this fight so interesting. I think when they both stand in the middle, Shakur, but my son was telling me for a long time, Shakur's not what you think he is. He's not soft, this and that. He's very talented, but don't get it twisted. When he needs to pour it on, he's going to pour it on. And boy, they did his last fight. So I'm not going to take that away from Shakur. I think the pressure will be interesting, like you said, and we'll definitely find out. I was thinking about checking out Benavidez, see what's going on with Benavidez, what's going on with him, who is he going to fight. I don't even know what's happening with, let me see, Benavidez. What's going on with him? Because Benavidez, the fight with Benavidez, I'll be honest with you, the fight that I want, I like this. I don't care what nobody tell me, I want the Canelo Benavidez fight. My son disagree with me. I think Benavidez is a dog. He's a young, strong dog. Oh, yeah, he's a young, strong dog that actually, I think, will bring it to Canelo, will put the pressure on Canelo. Not saying that Canelo can handle him. I just think it'll be a great fight for not just for the Mexicans. It'll be a great fight for boxing. And for me to see Benavidez beat Canelo, even though I think Canelo has experience, I just always said that he's got a dog in him. If you recall this past week, I don't know if you heard it. I was on YouTube. I think it was. It was Canelo and Eddie Reynoso were getting wrapped up to do some workouts, and they asked Canelo, what you gonna do now? Are you gonna give these fights? All these fighters that want to fight you, Charlo, Andre, Benavidez, any to fight? He came out and said, no, they all gotta fight each other. They all gotta show me what if they really want to fight me. They gotta fight each other. Then the one that can fight me. He got a call a sheet, but Canelo also face the boxing. Canelo call the shots. If you want the opportunity, that's how it's has to happen. Benitez got to fight Andre. Andre got to fight Benavidez, or Andre's fighting Jamal. Jamal's got to do something. So all the big names that are there, that we have to see, they're gonna have, if they really want that fight with Canelo, they're gonna have to earn it because Canelo's not gonna make it easy. Let me see. So yeah, so I thought that was an interesting point that Canelo brought out. That he said, yeah, I want you to fight everybody, let me see what you got, so we just have to wait and see. Eddie Hearns was saying that they want to make an offer for Andre to fight, for Boo Andre to fight Benavidez. So we'll see what happens. That was a day ago. We'll find out what happens with that. Let me see what's going on with Jamal. We don't even know if he's got a fight coming up. He just got out of jail. That's what we know for sure. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Let me see what they say about him. According to Boxing News 24, they're saying that Jamal is willing to fight Canelo in Mexico. That was a day ago. But let me tell you, I'll be honest with you. I don't think he deserves that fight. To me, he hasn't earned it. Last year, he didn't fight anybody that could test him. He fought other fighters that was less talented than the ones that on the top of the line that actually fought. And he wants to just go ahead and get that freebie with Canelo. And Canelo's aware of all that, so he's going to make it hard for him. So he's going to have to earn his stripes, He's going to have to get in the fight. And like, it's the same thing with Gennady Golovkin. He needs to fight. I don't know what Canelo picked that fight. The trilogy. I don't know. I don't even know if the interest is still the same. To me, I don't care less because Gennady sat down 2.5 years on his ass and didn't do nothing. And now he's going to get an $18 million payday to fight Canelo. So, I mean, I don't think, I'm not interested in it. If you guys are, that's good, but I'm not because I got tired of Gennady, How are you going to reward him for a big fight when he didn't do nothing? Ridiculous. Let me see. Charlo Ramirez. Just trying to check out what's going on with that. I'm going to check out the lightweights right now. Let me see what else is going on. Let me see. Let's check out. What do you guys think about Estrada? Gallo Estrada posting a picture on Instagram with his wife being pregnant when he claimed that he had COVID. That was some crazy shit there. Like, who does that? I'm not saying that he probably got quarantined or whatever the case. Maybe his wife was pregnant before then. To me, it just seems kind of funny that he got COVID, couldn't fight Chocolatito, but then all of a sudden he got his wife pregnant. That's kind of crazy, if you ask me. Banana, what's going on, man? Yeah. I'm gonna say he beat him. I think he beat him the first time and closely the second time. But I don't want to see the fight again. I'll be honest with you. I could care less about Gigi, and I used to be a big fan of Gigi. I just recently found out he was really a real diva and stuff. He's out here in Miami training, and we were trying to get an interview with him out here, and he was like, "No, we're not gonna get it." Blah 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 blah. I don't see nobody. Like a total real. When I say a real friggin' dick, like all about himself. Like, how do you do that, man? And then that's not even us. We're way out here in Homestead. We're out here way south of the South. Way far from these gyms. And he just was like that. Then we were in a local show. My son was in a local show in Tampa, and he ran into one of the trainers at one of the gyms where he's at, and Gigi didn't even want to see him. And this guy's like been around the gym. He's a good trainer and everything, well known. Like, he didn't want to see him. So seeing that personality from him that I didn't think he had, it tends to put me like he's a real diva. So guess what? I don't believe in that shit. Go screw yourself. What's up, David? Thank you for the super chat. I don't have the screen to do the. I got to tell Brendan to show me how to do that, and I'll go ahead and let me see. Let me see what I got over here. I don't think I can do it. Let me see. No, I don't think I'm not gonna play with it. So I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll make sure the next time when he comes, he shows me the banners and I think it's the banners. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, not that. Go back here. It's not that. So no. So basically, thank you for the super chat, David. Thank you for supporting the channel. Next time I come on live, I'm gonna figure out all those screenplays you got, and then I'll put them out for you. Okay, David. Thank you so much for supporting, and God bless you and your family. This is only gonna help Brandon continue on his journey. Tonight he's out in San Diego in a couple hours. But he actually left from Fort Lauderdale around 8 o'clock. I think I don't know how much of a flight is, but he'll get there early enough to go get some more content for the channel. Just keep posting. Again, thank you again, David. Yeah, you know that punches, Molly. You know the deal on that. We all know that. We all know that. I don't know, man. McGear got to show me something, man. McGear hasn't shown me nothing. He got to step up. I mean, now he's got to step up and fight the real fights. Right now, he called out Gigi. You know why he called Gigi? Because Gigi's got to fight with Canelo. This guy's been, at some point, you got to put him up with better fighters. At some point, you got to test him to where he's at. I mean, he's gotten better. I mean, he's more aggressive. He throw more punches. His defense getting a little better. He looked good, but he's got to step up to the plate, and his time got to come up. You just can't sit back and you know, and cherry pick a lot of your fighters and think that you're going to be 39 and whatever and not fight the crumb of the crumb. You just don't do that. So it's time for McGear to step up. Yeah, thank you, USA. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for your comment. I'm doing the best. Like I said, I'm doing it for my son, doing it for myself. I enjoy this. It gives me therapy myself, you know, and being able to talk to you guys is what I like to do, what I love to do. So, yeah, so McGear's got to step up, man. I got no more to say about McGear. He pisses me off. He calling out Gigi. No, he can't fight Gigi. He had I don't know, about 6 years to fight Abu Andre, and not once did he want to fight him. So, I mean, at some point, these you want to be real Mexican, step up to the fight. Step up like Canelo and fight the true champions out there. Step up to the fight and take your competition to where it's got to go at. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys think about Teofimo? What do you guys think about? I know he's not nowhere right now, but what do you guys think about Teofimo? What's going to happen with him? You think that at 140, he's going to go ahead and dominate that weight class? Do you think he's going to have problems walking through a lot of fighters there? Do you think he's going to be champion again? Do you even think he's going to become undisputed? What do you guys think about that? This weekend I seen the fight also. This guy, I like him, but to me he didn't fight nobody. Lawrence Okoli, the cruiserweight. I want to see him fight. Let me see. Oh man, that's tough. But I would have to favor, in my opinion. I'm going. Check this out. I'm going for Shakur. I know he's got power, but this question right here, you punch the mullet. I think Valdez got power. Got the more power. Kill power. I'm not saying that Shakur don't got it in him. I'm going for Shakur to win. As a toolbox, I think he's better. But the power, I would have to give the edge, in my opinion, to Oscar Valdez. That doesn't mean he's gonna knock him out, because he's not easy at all. No, he's not the real deal. Yeah, Ben Adams. I was really upset about the. I was actually really angry. But I learned before, when I started watching boxing, when I seen a bad decision, sometimes I couldn't sleep because I'm really passionate and be angry and yell and scream. But I can't do that now with my heart and my monitor that I have in my heart. It's a defibrillator I got right here. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I got a defibrillator over here in my heart right here. So you can't see it, but it's a big thing right here in my heart. And you can feel it inside the thing. But anyways, I think honestly, and we're big fans of Josh Taylor. We love the Scottish here. We support the Scottish here. So let's not get it twisted. But honestly, Jack Catterall got robbed. He got robbed of making history. He got robbed of being undisputed. And he got robbed by the judges. I don't know what the hell they were watching. I don't think, in my own eyes, and they were, remember, keep mind you, I got 4 eyes, and Brendan got 4 eyes, which means 8 eyes. We were watching the fight, and mind you, I don't think he wanted to fight at all. This is not the Josh that I always seen. I think Jack Catterall. When I was giving a prediction on that, I thought that I didn't pick Catterall because I thought he was very predictable when he throws his over left and he comes forward and runs over. And I think that, and I said Taylor's gonna time that and knock him out. But what I love about Jack Catterall was he came in there. He came with a great plan. He kept his distance away from. He kept his distance from Taylor, and he also jabbed away. And he did not. He did not throw that over left hand like he's been doing before to make it predictable and make it for Taylor to time him on that. He had an excellent plan, and I think he actually exposed Taylor. I think he exposed him so much that I'll be honest with you that I think that he basically exposed him so much. I don't think that Crawford fight it's even going to be unheard of. I'll tell you that right now, because to me he didn't earn it. The Scottish fans think they can earn it. They can be biased because I know that's where he's from. It's the first fight back in Scotland, but he did not earn it. He did not earn that fight. So to me, I think Jack Harrell got robbed of a lot of things, and it's unfortunate because he was a real winner in that fight. Now, Super Shipper Ramirez Diaz, Adrian. Thank you, man. Gracias. Que te bendiga. I'm doing the best I can. As you well know, Diaz, Adrian, he's flat out. Been on a plane for like what? Let me see, 2 hours. So he should be landing in San Diego soon. And then over there, they're 3 hours behind. So the time zone, everything. So, but he's gonna get great content out there. Then he's gonna go to Las Vegas. He's got all kinds of fights. So the content is gonna be coming on Two School Sports, and it's all for you guys. And the sacrifice when you guys super chat, it goes right to him, and it helps him out on his travel. So thank you so much. And if you can't super chat, just hit the like button. Appreciate it. Under Remix Scope. You're right now. I think you're right about yourself at 140 is gonna test him because, like you say, he's a new kid on the block. He is a talented fighter. I'm gonna take that from him. I think his mind. I think Teofimo's mindset is not there right now. It's literally not there right now. So until he gets his mindset straight, realize that he's in a different division. Realize that he's not just gonna walk in there like he was doing at 135. And do the same thing like he did at 135. It's not happening at 140. He's going to be tested. My thinking with him is mental issues. You got to get yourself together and focus on boxing. Stop your talking on Instagram. Stop all this shit. If boxing didn't do anything to you, it should have humbled you from what happened in 135. And if you're going to go up there talking, we're going to be the takeover, slow that shit down. You know that you're confident. That's what you guys have. I get it. It's your brand. And I respect you in Teofimo Senior. I'm not saying that, but don't go in there and say you guys are the takeover right away because you're the new kid in the block. Brendan Lee, how you doing, man? Well, hello, Brendan Lee. I hope that Charlie comes in there because I pick him to win the fight. And I was telling you guys earlier, I pick him up to win the fight because of his experience, what he brings to the gym, who he fought. And I think so. But that being said, Martinez comes in there, and Martinez is gonna bring it from the time that bell rings. He's gonna be in it to hurt. He's in it to hurt. He's not in there to shake hands with Chocolatito. He's there to hurt Chocolatito in the first couple of rounds. If he can get by the first 5 rounds, the fight is his to win. And I got it by UD. I think BT got it by a knockout. Yeah, John Collins, Josh Taylor got exposed bad, real bad. I know we all have a bad day at the office, whether we go to work, whether we go here, this and that. But he had a real bad day, and maybe it could have been for him being the dehydration from rehydration, whatever it's to make the weight. It could have been a fake, but I'm not going to say all that because I remember when he made it, Josh Taylor made the interview. He said, I got the best nutritionist. I got everything. It's easy to make weight. Well, if it was easy for you to make weight, you should have fought the way you usually fight. It wasn't that easy as you thought it is. It's just getting more difficult for fighters to make the weight at certain weights when they know they need to move up. So he needs to move up and let the belts go because obviously they should have gone to Jack Catterall anyways. Yeah, best of the best. If Canelo, just to me personally, Canelo has always had he's always had how I tell you, he always had stipulations in his contract, rehydration clauses and all this other stuff. For me to even see him fight at 175 with no catch weight, as far as I know, that to me that's big. For me, that's big. That's telling me that Canelo's like, okay, I'm going to risk it. It's high risk, low reward. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fight Bill at his weight, and I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can beat that with no kind of stipulations, with no rehydration clauses, and test myself. So I got to get in this one. If it's still the same way, I still got to give my props to Canelo. He's doing the right thing. He's changing my mind frame about him, and just because he's doing that, it speaks a lot of volumes about him. Oh man, I don't know. I'll be honest. Ben Adams, I don't know what they can do every time because anytime you try to bring a system into boxing that's already corrupt, you're always gonna have some other corruption behind it. Me, if you're a judge and you score the fight like overwhelmingly way off from what the the score is, you need to get out of here, because you're not doing nobody no favors, and you're definitely not doing a favor to a lot of fighters that got robbed in a lot of fights because you don't know how to judge a fight. What's that lady's name? Beard, Beard judge. I forgot her name. I can't stand her. She needs to go. She's not good. I don't think she's that good. The husband, the referee, he done a good job and everything. He's about get him out. Get all these new, or have some type of protocols where you can literally have an outside agency train them on how to see a fight, how to judge a fight, and if you can't do it right, then you need to get the hell out of there. That's gonna happen, or I don't know. I know when I was in the military, when we used to go train for warfare, I forgot what the name was. We used to put this outfit on a jacket, and it has sensors on it. So when anybody shot you with a rifle, with a rifle, it wasn't literally a real rifle, but it was a rifle that had like a sensor on it. It will beep on what part of your body it hit you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about what they call them. They do now where they count your copy box. Fuck copy box. They're gonna have to either come up with that, or come up with some type of computer system or something where maybe if the boxer hits a sensor or something. Not saying it has to be all robotized. I'm just saying some kind of way where it could be done fairly, where you don't have a human eye that's supposed to be better than the computer, call the shots and call it to their favor, whether they got paid on the side, and not call a fight the way it should be. John Collins, who you saying who probably destroy who? Would destroy Spence? What's going on, Anthony Mazzano? What's going on, man? All you guys are here, please hit that like button if you haven't. I'm filling in for BT. BT's out there, just flying out there to San Diego as I speak, going to the Chocolatito fight, and then from there he's gonna get a lot of content from there. Then he's got to go for more fights. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Thank you. Yeah, so a lot of fights going on, and he's gonna start covering more stuff, more content. Check out the channel for more stuff on some of the stuff. Yeah, but as far as judges, that's what I think they should do, and the same for the referees. There was a few referees a few weeks ago that called it was actually a knockdown that a fighter gave. I forgot which fight it was, and the action was a knockdown, and he raised it up, he waved it up, not being a knockdown. How can you sit there as a referee? You literally see the knockdown and you're waving it off. Come on. Referees need to go to some type of protocol too. That's my own thing on that. Yeah, John Collins. Josh, talking about Josh Taylor? That's a shame, man. I still like him. I still think he's good at 140. He didn't come out and do what he was supposed to do in his last fight, because Canelo exposed him in every way you can think of. But he's still a talented fighter. He wouldn't have won the belts. He won in the World Boxing Series if he wasn't, and he wouldn't be where he's at. But I just think for that fight, Jack Carroll got robbed in every way. Oh man, under 25. I'm gonna say Morel. It could be one. He definitely could be one. Ortiz, we already know. I don't know how old Ennis. Ennis is another great one, under 25. There's other ones out there. I don't know the ages. There's no names, so I have to go back and look. But I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that at that age that are good. Morel's coming up. Morel's going to be one. I think he's going to be a tough Cuban fighter that's coming up. I mean, he's all these young guys that are calling out guys out right now that are young, that are talented. They're going to be coming up anyways, and they're going to take over. It's just a matter of time. So I can't give you the right answer right now, MOB, but I can look that up, and probably tomorrow's live I can go ahead and answer your question. Man, Bam Rodriguez, they always say you live the American dream. One of the biggest things, when a door opportunity opens up, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. And boy, did Bam that he moved up in weight, went out and fought the tough fighter, and won the fight, became a champion, and I think he's going to be one of the toughest ones at his weight class. I'll be honest with you, he's going to be tough. I think BT said He said Charles he'll probably beat all of them, but Bam Bam. But Bam is he's for BT to say that Charles Lee can beat all the other ones, Strada, whoever else and whatever, and fight all these guys and beat them, and then say his favorite fighter and not be biased to his favorite fighter and say Bam Bam can beat him. That speaks volumes of himself. I think he's coming from he's coming with Frank Warren's coming from his thoughts from being having the English fighters be biased toward their fighters from England. So whether to have that question be arise when the final scores are read, it's better to have other fighters from other countries. So therefore, it won't shed negative light on either fighter, whoever wins, because they were British fighters. That's my money. That's what I agree with that 100%. I think that he should that'd be good, and that way they cannot throw salt on the judge's result, even though we know how judging is anyways. But that would just eliminate that one thought. I mean, yeah, he came up and did it this weight class that he did it. Bam Bam Rodriguez. Very talented. Obviously, he wouldn't got what he got. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. Like you said, the same way. I just gonna have to wait and see. I just see one. I see Bam Bam being strong right now. He won the belts and he did it convincingly, but I have to see some more from him to give him other props. Yeah, he's a champion and he got the belt, but I want to see more from him on whatever weight class he's at. And he actually said before he came up that he was gonna go leave the belt, vacate the belt, and go back down and handle his business at the other weight classes that he's in. But he actually stayed back up here. So I want to see Bam continue to his success with this belt in his hand, and whatever fights he steps up to fight better fighters in the lower divisions and take them out too. It's only going to make him better. See, Bam Rodriguez. I mean, because the one I think was he's at what weight? Let me check the weight cut because that's a tough division to be in. To be honest with you, El Mono, ¿cómo está? AJ Mono, please. I know, I know you're not believing that, AJ Mono. I know you ain't believing that. It was I think you quoted my son when he said I know he said it many times on the channel that Taylor is made for Crawford, and nah, man. You gotta put light on Crawford's name. I picked Crawford one time against him, and I'll never do it again. And I was wrong too. About Crawford, one thing that I like about T-Bud, I call him Nebraska's son. That's what the name I give him. When he finishes off a fight, I don't care. People say he makes sure he finish off his opponent, and there's no question by the judges who the true winner is. And you got to have that in boxing. You got to have the instinct, and you got to be the killer instinct and take care of business, so you don't have no question. And people can say whatever they want about but Crawford, Nebraska's son, but Nebraska's son brings it night in and night out, and he's gonna do it again. Hey, what's up, Enrique Lewis? Shout out to you, man. Shakur. Well, yeah, Shakur should dominate him. I think to me, I think he's a better technical fighter. But if you push Shakur, the real deal for Newark, New Jersey is gonna come out, and he can definitely take Valdez out. Valdez, though, you can't discredit Valdez. Valdez is a very just like a Mexican fighter, very pressure fighter. You seen the knockout that he gave Burchell. That was no joke. So and I think he's got a little bit more experience than Shakur as far as when he actually gets in there and who's he fought and where he's gotten from when he came and who he's fought to his climb to where he's at now. So I think this fight is gonna be a fire fight from both sides. I got Shakur though. I'm picking Shakur, but I'm not slipping on Oscar Valdez. But I think Shakur's gonna bring it. Jack last weekend talking about the fighter Alberto Puello. I don't know much about him. I have to look him up right now. We're talking about to me, I'll tell you straight out. Josh Taylor was the most disappointing fighter this weekend. I'll be honest with you. When he fought Canelo, people all over. The only reason that he got a lot of ovation and everything, and I'll be honest, because I mean that's a natural. If you're the home fighter, you're fighting behind your backyard. People are not going to see the wrong in you no matter that. But the reality is, to me, he didn't dominate the fight the way he should have. He wasn't a Josh Taylor role. So as far as that, he really disappointed me. You said Alberto Pega, but hold on, pardon right now. What we're talking. Yeah, so hit that like button if you haven't. I just think that Josh Taylor's got he got a lot to prove now. Just like when we talked about prime time Colbert, he got to prove a lot to prove now. Alberto Bello. Let me see what. Let me check him out. Okay, get it again. It's coming on. Oh shit. Okay. I think we should. It's funny you bring this guy up, Alberto Pello. I have a bad memory, but my son said that we actually seen him fight. We actually seen him fight here, Anthony. About go back. Yeah, Anthony, about Alberto Pello. We actually seen him fight here live. Me and him went to a local fight. We seen him fight. That'll be great if he fights. Alberto Pello. But I think Taylor. I think honestly, I think he's had problems with making the weight at 140. As we can see from what happened, I think the people saying he was dehydrated a little bit when the pressure came. I think he's just gonna move on. He's gonna vacate and move on, regardless if this is mandatory or not. I think he can move on, go 140. If he stays, he's gonna. I mean, it'll be a good fight. That'll be definitely a good fight with Pello. But don't sleep on Pello because Alberto Pello is good. My son seen him out here. He called it to my attention. We went to the fight. Like I have a real bad memory, and it was actually a great fight. I mean, he's a great. He's not as bad people think. Doughboy, what are you talking about? You're talking another level of fighting what? Fighting 147 Crawford? What are you trying to tell me? Because I'll tell you right now, Jorannis is good, but to me, he hasn't earned the stripes yet. People are hyping him up to be this guy, and I'm not hating on him because I like Virgil Ortiz. I'm a big Virgil Ortiz. My son's big, and it's skillful. He's one of the top. But to me, I think people putting too much hype on him right now. I got to see how far he goes. He's got a tough fight coming up with Clayton. And Virgil Ortiz got a tough coming up also, so we'll see. I'm not gonna put the crown or anything on him. I don't think. To me, if he fights Crawford, he's done. Crawford will fold him out with experience and power and the movement that Crawford got. He will fold him out. That's my opinion. Yeah, that could be a problem. That could be a good problem for Luma if he's not used to that, or if he's not preparing for that, or if he hasn't watched any film on his next opponent and think he's just gonna go in there and blow this guy out. I mean, I'm not taking nothing for granted from Lubin. Lubin's been winning his last couple of fights. He's been doing it real good. So I like what I see from Lubin. My son has a different opinion on that, but for me, I think Lubin is gonna bring it. But a good point that you just brought out there, Anthony, like you were saying, if this guy comes in there mauling and bears you down and does all this rugged stuff, then I think Lubin should be prepared for that. And that's up to his trainer Cunningham and him to do it. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I think Eddie Hearns learned from I think his name Ben. I think that's his name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. He's learned the trade of boxing, how to promote fighters through his father, and his father being a successful promoter in the UK and teaching him the tricks of the trade and learning on hands-on is actually made Eddie Hearns better. I really don't see no pressure with Eddie Hearns. Well, I will say where he gets pressure is when you have fighters that have got big names, so they're actually good, and he doesn't know how to put them out there, promote them. Like I'll be honest with you, True School Sports. My son actually tried, because my son says that Eddie Hearns watches him all the time, watches his stuff, and he knows. And yeah, Brandon went out and offered to show him South Florida, show him the fighters, show him the gyms, to make him more acclimated to the USA as far as in the South Florida and then so forth and so forth. And he didn't even look at it. If you're big headed and you don't, you've been checking this guy out and you see that he knows boxing and he follows. Not saying that my son's perfect, because nobody's perfect, but in South Florida and you're trying to bring your zone, whatever, and he's trying to tell you certain things, you should at least have opening ear. And let me tell you, that's one thing I like about him. One thing that I learned in one interview just recently, I like Virgil Ortiz's father. He said one of his trainers told him one thing. He says, they asked him why didn't he go Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, and why the Virgil didn't go there. He says, one thing that he said that I really liked was, he said, because I'm not going to do what everybody else wants me to do just because of their name or their fame. I'm going to go where my son feels comfortable. It's better for him. And people should take that from a page and learn from that. So I don't think it's a lot of pressure on Eddie. Eddie just needs to know how to sell the fighters where he hasn't been around, or have open ears to listen to somebody else. Eddie Hearns, and you're saying Solomon? I don't think Solomon's had it made all his life. His father, again, structured the WBC under his name for his son to follow, and I'm quite sure he took his time to train his son. I think what I won't like about Solomon is that he doesn't know how to grab his balls, like all the other. Supposed to be the WBC, supposed to be the best sanctioned body. He doesn't know how to grab his balls and call fights the way they should call them, or call fighters what they actually rank, and leave it like that. He's always like a double-edged sword. I don't like that. Yeah, Ben Ennis, you're right about that, man. Much love to you too. Thank you for being here. God bless you. This world is bad. If we don't have God in our life, or we don't think of positivity instead of negativity, we're not going to go nowhere. So with that being said, God bless to you. Have a good night, and thank you for being here. God bless you. Ben Adams. John Collins, I'm a big fan. I got Ortiz. Me and my son go for hours arguing about that. Constantly arguing about that. Always arguing about that. Ortiz, to me, is a beast. He's going to bring it. One thing I don't like about him that I seen the other day, talking about that people want to follow him because they want bigger money fights. That's bullshit. I mean, you're just coming up now. Yes, you're good, you're talented, but you haven't got the biggest money fights yet. So you can't act like Canelo until you go through what Canelo went through. You have to wait your turn, be champion, earn your stripes, then you can say what you want. But don't sit there and shed lights if people want to see you for big money fights. Come on, please. And I like Virgil. I'm a bigger fan of Virgil than I am Bruce Ennis. I think Cobra can bounce back, but it's gonna be, for me personally, I think it's gonna be very hard for him to actually convince Al Heyman, PBC. I think that's one of his favorite fighters, to actually go ahead and put him in another fight. I mean, he came in this fight and literally didn't do shit. And then to top it off, if I was a promoter, Al Heyman, I wouldn't put you in a fight for a while. No way. I don't care what your name is. I love you. You're my favorite. Blah, 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 blah. You were supposed to run over this guy, Garcia. You were talking all this shit in press conference. You run him like a Mack truck. You're very confident. And then you go there and look like shit. And then the last 2 rounds, you just decided to just throw your gloves up and say, forget it. That's very disrespectful to me on his part. And I'm sure Al Heyman's going to look into that. So he can bounce back because he's a confident fighter and he's going to learn from that. Well, he's going to learn a lot of humbling to shut his friggin' mouth and get in the ring and do what he's supposed to do. Yeah, Enrique Luna. We're going to find out about Earl Spence. I think he just came out with an article today, and he was saying today that he literally was he was telling the media that his eyes better, his left eye is better, and he's very healed. He's doing a lot of sparring. Derek James saying he's looking good in the gym, but I'll tell you the truth. He's been out. You can tell me whatever you want. He's been out the gym for 2 years. sparring is not the same as getting in there with a live dog. And you're gonna have a lot of ring rust. Um, you're gonna have a lot of ring rust, and it's gonna show in the beginning. But that being said, I know he's a true champion. He's gonna come out and do the best. He's gonna represent. So we'll see what happens. But I just think that Spence is gonna. I mean, Ugas is gonna bring it to him, and he's the more to me. Like I said, and I shouldn't look at it this way. Pacquiao, because Pacquiao and Spence are not the same fighter as far as height and strength. Couldn't get inside the holes to break this guy down, and the high guard and the way he fights. And I don't think right now Spence, I haven't seen him in 2 years, so I don't know which Spence we're going to see. But we wish the best for him. Well, man, I try to do the best I can. Like I said, I'm not perfect. We'll do what we can. Salute to MB Boxing official. What's up, man? What's good? We're here just talking a little boxing. Brandon's already went to his trip to San Diego for the Chocolatito fight. So whatever you guys want to talk about, get input in. That's what I'm here for, to talk and enjoy your company as much as you enjoy mine. Let's see if I miss any comments. Doughboy, Ennis and Klein. Ennis should win the fight. Doughboy Ennis should win the fight, but Clayton is no sleeper. I think he's gonna. My son was telling me, I piqued my son's brain a lot about some of that. Clayton's somebody not to sleep on. It's gonna be a tough fight for him. Formidable opponent, but I expect the Boots to take care of business. But he can't sleep on that because, like I said, we just seen what happened to a confident fighter. What happened to him? So we can't sleep on the opponent. So I expect Ennis to win the fight. I do the best I can, man. I ain't no genius. And if you guys can correct me when I'm wrong too on boxing. Okay, I got that. I got that. I got all these comments already, so I just want to check out what the comments, see what they got to say. Let me see what else going on. I don't know much of MB Boxing official. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Richard Torres, so I have to check him out. I know Friday. Is that the same card that the Jose Pedrasa versus Jose Ramirez fight is on Showtime? I am going to go live for that. Is he on that card? The heavyweight that you're talking about? What do you see in him that's good? What do you see about him that makes you even bringing out his name out here and ask me? Because I really don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to just tell you something that I don't know about the fighter. I'd have to go do my homework on him. Let me see. Yeah, I got everybody's comment. You see. So yeah, I mean, he was that being said, he was an Olympic silver medalist. So that should just tell you a little about him, that he's talented enough to be a silver medalist in the Olympics, and you know, anybody that's been in the Olympics brings it and has skills, or they wouldn't have made the Olympic team. So I wish, from what I'm reading on your part, MB Boxing official, I mean, just being an Olympic says a lot about his skills. So he might be as good as advertised. I'd have to find out though, like I said. Oh, see? Okay, I was actually looking at the fighting card for Showtime, and the only two cards that I found, maybe I was in the wrong place, but I was looking at, they only showed me Jose Pedrasa against Jose Ramirez, and then they showed me the Joel Gonzalez against Sistema. But I mean, if he's on that card and he's an Olympic, that should just tell you more about him and tell you that he must be skills. He has the skills enough to make the Olympic team. So he's not somebody that we should sleep on. Are you saying that when you compare him to Mike Tyson, are you saying he punched like Mike Tyson? He's powerful. He got the knockout punch. What makes you what or are you saying his physical looks like Mike Tyson, the way he's physically built? There's something about that you like about him that brings it to your attention. So, but for me, just enough being a silver medalist tells me enough that he's got to have some skills to make the Olympic team. You can't just walk on there, and that says a lot about him. We just finished watching a fighter on the Eddie Hearn's card this past weekend in one of the Caulify brothers, I think it is, that Brendan knows from the UK. His brother's 30 years old, started his pro debut, and he was, I think, a gold medalist for the UK team. And boy, did he, as soon as he came in the ring, as soon as he started fighting and throwing little punches, Caulify, one of the brothers, I already knew that he had the skills, and I could just tell that he don't need to be waiting for no step-up fight or start. He's already got the skills. But he showed me in that ring for being an Olympian, showed me enough to tell me he's ready for the big dance. And I'm not saying that about Torres. I'm just saying he's probably had a lot of skills like that. Okay. So, I mean, he's got a lot of power too, like Tyson. Because, I mean, if he's got that head movement, that jerky that Tyson does, when he does that jerky thing, Tyson does, and I get you. I mean, and he's got a lot of resemblance. I mean, for me, just by him being an Olympic medalist, I have to put him up above than just amateur. I mean, come up with an amateur. I mean, he did the amateurs and everything above anybody else because I already know he's got to have enough skills to be in that boxing ring. So I'd have to check him out first before I can give you an honest answer. What's his name again? I'm gonna write his name down. His name is Torres. Okay, Torres. Showtime. I want to check him out. Then I can give you another talk about him tomorrow. Then I think somebody asked me about what 25-year-olds you think are big champions. That's good to find out. So I gotta do my homework too. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the first time I seen his brother. The funny part, he's the oldest one out of all three of them. My son gets along with the middle one. Guy or five or something. He gets along with one of them. And I mean, they actually offered my son to go to the UK now when he comes back to spar and stuff. They really liked him a lot. So my son has a good relationship with one of the brothers. And but what I see from this one, from the one I just seen, I mean, it impressed me to no end. I think he's gonna be good. And who knows? The sky's the limit with him. Plus, he's 30 years old. He's got to do it now. Eddie Hearns knows he's got to make money with this guy. There's a reason why he picked him, why he put him to win whatever he won last weekend, and he's going to put him in the title. I believe he's going to put him up in a fast track. I like what I see from him. In my point of view, I got Chocolatito winning the fight. And I'm going to tell you my point of view, my own opinion. Some might disagree with it. I personally think that Chocolatito's been in wars with a lot of people, a lot of fighters. You've seen what Ramirez did to him, beat the fuck out of Chocolatito. I mean, beat him down to a pole. Maybe not the first fight, but the second fight, he beat him down like there was no tomorrow. But the thing I like about Chocolatito, he don't back down from nobody. He fights everybody. I think I got him winning because I always say things and I'm not always right based on experience and how long he's been fighting. He's fighting a young Martinez. One thing about a young Martinez is I hope that Chocolatito did their homework. He'll bait you with this. Martinez will come up with this high guard like this, and you think he's gonna do that, but once he get close to you, he'll go far away at you. And I see if Martinez don't get him out. If Martinez does not get him out in the first 4 rounds, because Martinez is going to come out firing like a machine gun. That's what he does, and he's out to hurt you in the first couple of rounds. I think Chocolatito will win the fight in a UD. So I don't know if that helped you with your answer, but I hope it did. I like a lot of fights. I like Trinidad when he fought. I'm talking about Trinidad when he fought the Executioner Hopkins. I like that one. Mayweather when he fought Canelo. Um, Gigi at one time when he fought one of the first fight with Canelo. I liked. I didn't like. What else I seen? There's so many of them that I can't think of him because my mind is like gone. I'd have to go back and write them down and let you know. I'm serious when I tell you that. It's crazy, but it's true. Yeah, see, Top Rank is ESPN, ESPN Plus. It's when they have the fights on. ESPN Plus, I think for $5.99 you get it. You get to watch the fights. So yeah, yeah. MB Boxing Official. My son got it like that. My son said around the sixth. My son predicted like more or less like you're predicting. I think it's gonna be a UD. I don't know if it's gonna go. I mean, it's gonna be close, but I got a UD. But my son's going with you on that one. MB Boxing Official. He's got it. He's got Cholatito 6 and up for knockdown. I think he says it's not gonna last long. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Bama will bring you in with the high guard, and you think he's gonna just jab at you. And once you get closer, he'll bait you in with that boom, boom, boom. But then at the same time, while he's doing that, he leaves himself open for some counter. So we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be a great fight. You got a young buck that moved up a couple of weights up to fight a legend like Chocolatito, and he's got a lot to prove. And why not do it with a legend? So we'll see what happens. But I just think Chocolatito got too much experience for him. So, yeah, Chocolatito got too much for him. So yeah. That's what I think about that. The other guys, things you asked me, I can only look up information. What else? I think Fury's going to destroy White when they fight. He's going to friggin' destroy him. I don't even think it's going to go 6 rounds. I'll be honest with you on that. And that fight, the Spence and Ugas fight, that's going to be a tough fight. I think Ugas will get it for the UD. Spence got to show me a lot more in that fight. I think it better be even Joe Smith. That's going to be a great fight when it happens. I like Joe Smith. Been a fan of Joe Smith, but I think what I seen from Bitterbiv the other night, I mean the last fight he had showed me a lot more from him. So I don't know right now. Yeah, I was watching film on him. Matter of fact, I was watching film on Martinez last night. Martinez and when he fought Arroyo, and you're right about he's absolutely what you say. That's why he comes in there and he throws these powerful punches, and like you say, he looks reckless, and that's how he got caught with a punch from Arroyo. So I expect it to be the same. You're only going to learn through discipline. I don't think he's. I'm not saying he doesn't have discipline, but I don't think he's got to that maturity level where he understands, okay, I'm going to come into this fight with this guy that's 10 times more experienced than I am, and I'm going to do a different game plan. I think that's how his game plan is. He'll bait you with the high guard, and then he'll go recklessly throw a lot of body punches and crazy punches. So you're right on that. Good call on that one. You're not lying when you said that. You're right about that one. Because I was watching film on him, and that's one of the things they pointed out about him. Let me see. Let's see what other guy was looking at. I'll check it out. Alberto Apalio. Let me see what else I'm going to check out on now. Over here. Might as well. Let me see. I say Jamal. I feel bad for Jamal. He's not going to get that second fight with Castaño because of, I guess he got an injury. Jamal's pretty, instead a few weeks ago. And out of the two brothers, I like Jamal a lot better. He just won me over the way he carries himself in and outside the ring. And when I first met him, I thought he was the biggest mouth out of the two brothers, but he's not. Let's see what's going on with him. Jamel Charlo. See what they got going on with him right now. Yeah, he's really upset about him not getting the fight. With, a few weeks ago, a week ago, when he was talking about that he wanted Castaño to show the paper and prove it. He actually did that. why he actually got hurt and everything. He showed it to the sanctioning body. So, but I look a lot. I look for a lot more from Jamel. I think out of the two brothers, he's more for me. He's the more exciting fighter, and I hope that he gets the fights he got because he sure deserves it. His brother, I don't know what's happening with him. Yeah, I want to check somebody else. Let me see. Philip. You guys like Philip Hergovic? I like Hergovic, man. You like the heavyweight Philip Hergovic? What do you guys think about him? What do you think about that heavyweight? You think Philip Hergovic should fight Babbitt when he ever get a chance? Croatia against Croatia? Let me see what's going on with him. We're big here on this channel. We're big on Philip Hergovic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, Zing Zhang is an older guy. He's got to fight for it's ordered by a title, a heavyweight title eliminator, ordered by the IBF. I think he's going to destroy. Sitting back and just waiting and waiting, not to go ahead and get a fight for so long, and for having Philip Hergovic, the animal had one of my favorite fighters. I like King Kong Ortiz turned it down. He had Jeff Parker turn it down. Jeff Parker, whatever his name is, yeah, Parker. You know what, Parker turned it down. He had like 7 or 8 guys that just turned the fights down. These actual contenders that could have fought him, and they didn't want to fight him. I guess Joe Joyce turned it down. Those would have been a good fight. 2 Olympics going at it, and so for him to get this fight with Zhang Zhang, it's just good enough for him to get that relief, get a paycheck, and continue on his training until he get bigger and better fights. I favor him to win. Yeah, I'm going with you on that one. MB boxing. I got Ramirez destroying Pedrasa, but my son thinks otherwise. So take it for what it is. But I'm going for Ramirez to totally come out, make a statement, and come back out and let him know, hey, I lost to Josh Taylor, but that's not me. Yeah, on the Ramek scope, nobody wants to face the animal. I don't know for what reason. People say he's too slow, that he can get beat, this and that, but nobody wants to fight him. Ruiz didn't want to fight him. Ruiz is sitting back waiting. Sitting back waiting for a big fight to come out, big payday, and that's all he's doing. He's just working where he knows, waiting for his time. But he turned it down too. So a lot of people turn it down, but there's a reason why they're turning him down. Some people say because he doesn't sell. One of my biggest issues with him, and I like Philip Hergovic, God bless him. I don't like it with his promotion companies, the Sutherland brothers. I think they're not good for him. But I mean, because when you go into a fight with anybody that's a contender, they want to say how much money can he bring to the table, how much seats can he sell, how popular he is, and Hergovic is not really a household name, but if you give him the opportunity, he'll show you he's going to be a household name. EJ Moore, you might be right on that. Like I said, I can say whatever I want about Bivol. I know he's known for that jab. He's got some power. Obviously, got 11 knockouts. Ring generalship, got everything. But we have to give some props to Canelo. I mean, Canelo knows how to adapt, knows how to bring it to you, and methodically breaks you down. So you might have a good point there. I want Bivol to win, but I'm not sleeping on Canelo. Yeah, people say that a lot about him in boxing official. People say that about him a lot. They say that his style actually reminds him of the Klitschko brothers. I'm talking about Hergovic. So to me, I just want to see him fight and get the fight and prove people that he's as good as advertised. People's not giving him a lot of top contenders just turning him down, and that's unfortunate. I mean, he had to go. Zhang was like 13 or 14, whatever he was ranked, and Zhang actually called him out though from when he had his last fight. So to me, it was like, okay, he called you out. Just take that fight for now. Might not be whatever 10 million, 5 million, or whatever it is, but at least it's a fight that you're gonna get. So I like him. I think he's gonna be. What do you guys think about that the heavyweight from the UK, Rampage Bull? I think he's a joke, to be honest with you. Rampage Bull, he's a joke, if you ask me. You know, I think he's a waste. Let's see. I think the next heavyweight champion for me that I think is gonna be good for me. The next heavyweight champion, American champion for me is Big Baby Gerald Anderson. He's I think he's gonna be the next heavyweight in America. I'm telling you that right now. The guy's got style. He's got charisma. He definitely got power. If you tell me he don't got power, there's something wrong with you. He's willing to take on anybody. You all look out for Gerald Anderson because he ain't sleeping on nobody. I think he's gonna be the next one. I think Xander Sayas, another a Puerto Rican guy that I think is gonna be a big star in boxing. I forgot who's fighting next. I gotta check out who's fighting next. I'll let you know now. But that's gonna be another great fight. Let me check what's up with him. Let me see the heavyweights. Let me see his eyes. You see, it's in his eyes. I'm gonna check out his eyes real quick. His eyes is good. I like his eyes. I think he's gonna be big for the sport. I think he'll be better than what people think. Yeah, but I think the movement that Bibble brings in, the movement that he brings, is gonna cause a problem. I'm not saying he's fast like Caleb Plant or like Boo Andre, but he keeps his distance when he fights, and that jab it's gonna keep him at bay. It's gonna keep Canelo at bay. Canelo's not just gonna walk in. I'm telling you, he's not walking. He's not gonna walk down Bibble. Yeah, what's crazy about that MB boxing official is that he literally we were just watching the zone this past weekend. They had a big old interview and a whole part for him. Like Eddie Hearn's promoting him because he sells tickets. That's about it. Because honestly, I don't know how he got that following. I don't know what they see in him, but he does sell seats. So the name of the game is how to make that money, and Eddie Hearn sure knows how to get it and how to get it from his fighters. And this is one big opportunity for him to get it out of Fisher. I honestly, when I looked at him, I said, I hope his hype is not better than how he fights. And it was. He's freaking sucked. He fought a high guy, very predictable, throwing the overhand right. Consistently had nothing else. And that's based on his training. They need to teach him more, but he's very predictable. To me, he got a long way to go. Yeah, maybe that some type of British ticket to Rinkets. He'll probably get that Fisher, but he's not gonna get a lot. I don't know who Joe 5694, but how you doing? Welcome to the live. What's up, Mighty Mac Boxing? What's going on, man? God bless you and your family. I hope everything's going well. I hope the boxing's going well. Brendan's out there in San Diego covering the Chocolatito fight. So he left tonight. So we'll probably get some good content on the channel. I'm just trying to fill in for him. Yeah, that's all he does. I'm talking about Rampage Bull. Let me see. You said I was going to check out some of the heavyweights here. See what's going on with some of the other heavyweights I like. Let's see. Zayas I was looking at. Zayas. He's a beast. Zayas no joke. Let's see what's going on with him. Come on, man. You gotta have more news on him. How you don't have no more news on him? That's one of the top fighters in his weight class. You gotta have better news than that. I mean, Senazai's got the prospect of the year. That tells you a lot about him. I think out of him and Berlanga, I think he's gonna accomplish more in boxing than Berlanga. Berlanga got to put more tools in the boxing in his box because all he does is counting that power too much. Doesn't feint a lot. Doesn't do any feinting at all that he needs to learn. But he's talented too. Don't get it twisted. But I just think that he's got to put more in the toolbox. But I see out of these two Puerto Rican fighters, Isaiah Alexander Sai is going up. I got Ramirez running over Pedrasa, but my son got Pedrasa. I got Ramirez proving his point that just because he lost to Josh Taylor, he ain't no fluke. So I got Ramirez winning this fight big against Pedrasa, and my son's got Pedrasa. Yeah, that's probably a good call you got there in boxing. Probably a real good call what you got right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. What you say right there is that's pretty good. A good set. I think Rick's gonna bring the power this time. I think he might even knock him down. I think he wants to come out and make a point on Pedrasa. So we'll see what happens with that fight. And then you have the Joet Gonzalez fight. That's not a bad fight either. Joet lost to Shakur. I think he fought Navarrete too. That's another beast right there, boy. Navarrete, I want to see him get some good fights, man. That's a guy I'm big on that one. I don't care anybody good in his weight class, I'll take him. I love Navarrete. His out punch and speed, the way he comes, the way he fights, he's very difficult on a lot of fighters. Yeah, let me see. What's that one too? I want to check one more thing out. Let me see. Ramirez checked out. Let me see what's going on with Lemieux. What's going on with David Lemieux? I think he's got a fight coming up, if I'm correct. I don't even know is that fight still going on? Benavidez and Lemieux. I think Benavidez will run over him. I think that'd be a good fight under Eric's scope. But I think Navarrete will school Maxayo. I think he will school him seriously. I mean, he's good, but I just think Navarrete is in a different level. I think he will school him. I ain't gonna lie on that one. Let's see, well, I'd say a few more minutes, and gotta cut off. It's late for me. Tomorrow I'll be live again. Feel free to join me. Keep you up on the news and updates. Anything you guys want to bring up, let me know. While I'm doing the lives, if you want me to research something or look up something for you guys, bring it up on the live, I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I think Navarrete is a beast, man. I think Nova was calling him out. Nova was calling what's his first name? Nova was calling Navarrete. And I like Nova, but I don't think Nova respect to him. But I just think Navarrete is in a different level. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think even Nova can beat him. Let's see. Yeah, I think Navarrete is a fight that I don't know. I have to check on who can actually challenge him. That's what I want to know, because he's a tough fighter. Navarrete ain't nobody. You ain't gonna beat him that easy. I don't even know. I don't know if the Benavidez fight still happening with Lemieux. That's still on. Oh, With that shit going on in Canada, who knows? Okay, let me go to the hip. We go to the heavyweight division. Let's see. Not heavyweight, featherweight. Let's see what else I want. Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna check one more thing out. Then I'm gonna go. Probably could call it a night. Let me just check out one more thing. Okay, featherweight boxes. Okay. Yeah, man, the featherweight division is no joke either. You got Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. To me, I think he's a punk, man. He needs to start fighting some real people. Yeah, he's won this and he won that, but I think he can do more than that. Mark Maxayo, we know about him. Diaz, we know about him. Let's see what else I got over here. Come on, show me the whole thing. Shakur Stevens is a beast. We know Lomachenko's a big beast. Valdez. I think Linares should retire. I'll be honest with you. Linares needs to hang it up, man. He got knocked out in his last fight. Jorge Linares, he needs to just hang it up, man. He's done. Josh Warrington, I like. Definitely, I can't believe that last night we were watching we were talking about Chocolatito. The only fighter that's held on to fight or had more fighters, the different divisions won or title, I think, held for the longest time was Nenito Denaire, besides Chocolatito. They're not showing much more. Let me see. Yeah, man, he's done, man. I mean, I understand you to make a paycheck, but it's time for you to go, man. Your time is up, you know. Yeah, he's got to move up. Yeah, he's got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Let me see. Lightweight division. Let me check one with the middleweights. One middleweight. See the middleweight division. Yeah, you should retire. Here we go. Super middleweight. Yeah, yeah, I should retire. I think Linares should be retired and move on. Well, guys, I'm probably just gonna get off. Thank you for being for the live. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'll get some more news and so this make it more live, more better. I'm gonna get information on the 25-year-olds or younger fighters that should be good in boxing. Look up the heavyweight Torres. That's also on the Showtime card, like program reminder. Friday, I'm gonna go live for that Showtime. Jose Pedrasa versus Jose Ramirez fight on Showtime. I'm gonna go live for that. So stay tuned for that. Any other questions you guys got before I get off? If not, thank you so much. God bless you guys. And thank you for being here for me, supporting the channel. Love you guys all. God bless and have a good night. Thank you again. I'll see you tomorrow.